Welcome back to Superior Sunrise. Joining us now, a very familiar face and one of my favorite guests on Superior Sunrise, Andy Holloway with the Hemphill County Beef Conference. And 10 years in the making. You know, I probably don't even have to tell anybody about it because it has become a well-known conference in this industry.
You know, Kelly, when we started it back in 2015, everybody tried to talk me into moving the date to a little later. They were branding calves or this or that. Now people schedule their brandings and all their work around the beef conference because they want to be there.
Absolutely.
And so we're excited about that, and we are going to celebrate a 10-year success story with this conference. We've grown from 85 people in that first conference to almost 1,000 these days. And we pulled out all the stops for this one that's coming up here at the end of this month.
Well, there is a wealth of information to be learned at this conference. You have so many speakers, so many panels. Kind of touch on the topics that a producer can learn about while they're there.
Well, this year the theme, as you know, is happy days are here again. And people say, why is it happy? And it's happy because we've got record cattle markets. It's happy because we survived the worst wildfire in our history a year ago, and every day's a little better than the day before. It's happy this morning because we're getting a little rain in a lot of Texas, and that's good news. So we've got a lot to celebrate. So a lot of these take-home messages from these speakers are going to be powerful. We not only get into the markets and the weather, but we talk about some of the new technology that's going to impact cow-calf producers and the whole beef cattle industry, like artificial intelligence. I've got a guy that's going to be on a panel named Tom Fanning. Tom's well-known. He's the CEO of Pratt Feeders. They were telling me recently they've used artificial intelligence to analyze the way they feed their cattle at their feed yard. They've been able to do away with one of their feed trucks. And so there's all kinds of ways. So Lee Leachman and Donald Brown are going to talk about how artificial intelligence can help a rancher select their bulls more effectively and efficiently to create more profit through those genetics. You know, there's all kinds of different technology. We've got a presentation on Wednesday from some people that have developed some technology through NASA that helps you look with satellite imagery at your ranch and tell you about your grass, about your soil, whether brush is invading or being invasive to your country, and then help you make a plan to increase your stocking rates by knowing those kind of things. So there's going to be a tremendous wealth of information in this beef cattle conference Tuesday and Wednesday, April 29th and 30th.
I think most people are probably thinking they never thought NASA would be something that would be tied in with our industry, but that's incredible. And another thing that this conference is known for is your keynote speaker, and it sounds like attendees will be in for a real treat with this speaker.
We're sort of shifting gears this year on our keynote speaker. We've had a lot of big names like Sarah Huckabee Sanders and Secretary of State Mike Pompeo, Kayleigh McEnany, those kind. We've got a gentleman named Daniel Owolabi from Wooster, Ohio that's coming this year. Daniel is a guy that you may not have ever heard of, but if you're at the conference and you hear his presentation, you'll never forget his name. Dan is an inspirational speaker. He's a best-selling author, wrote a book called Authentic Leadership. He's a tremendous family man and Christian man, and he does work literally around the globe. He's bringing his whole family to our conference from Wooster just because he's excited to be in Canadian Texas, and he's excited about the beef cattle industry and the way he can help our people learn about leadership things that can help them in all aspects of their ranching business.
Well, there is so many exciting things happening here, but what I do want to point out is you do a lot more work than just at this conference, and I want you to share what y'all did this past summer for all these people who were impacted by the wildfire in your area.
You know, Kelly, I never dreamed that I'd be, as a county extension agent, dealing with wildfires and a livestock supply point. We did that in 17, and Then it was 3 times bigger in 2024. Hemphill County and Roberts County were the epicenter for the 1.1 million. We had over 900,000 acres between our 2 counties in that fire. Just in Hemphill County, through our efforts, either in the way of financial donations or through people giving feed and hay and fencing supplies, somewhere north of $6 million we have got out to our local ranchers. And I never dreamed that my work would go down that road. And now we're working on wildfire mitigation practices. We've continued to have the threat of wildfire, even as late as a couple of days ago.
Right.
The winds have been bad again this spring. February and March are wildfire season. So we used to talk about just planning for drought, doing a ranch management drought plan. Well, now we have to do a wildfire management plan. So,
Well, there is a lot to look forward to coming up because Happy Days are here. I love that theme for the conference. Tell us real quick where we can go to get information and get tickets to get signed up.
So it's Tuesday and Wednesday, April 29th and 30th, right at the end of this month, Canadian, Texas, right in the heart of the prairie. You can just Google Hemphill County Beef Cattle Conference. Go to our website. You can see the agenda, the speakers. You can buy your tickets online. Or if you want to do it the old-fashioned way, just call our office, 806-323-9114. That's 806-323-9114.
Well, we sure do appreciate you joining us here this morning. It's always a treat to see you.
Thanks for all you guys do for the beef cattle business and for our way of life here in agriculture. We appreciate you so much.
Absolutely. Don't go anywhere. We have got more Superior Sunrise up next.